And if he makes that one final point, you're like, I'm totally in. 9/11 was an inside job.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, bro.
Okay. Levels.
Of BG.
Level.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
All I do is win.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering what the lyrics are. Because I'm too busy winning to memorize lyrics. Actually, like, this is a thing that would happen on our drives to volleyball a lot. Everyone's singing along to these songs on the radio. And I, like, even songs I knew, I don't know the lyrics because I don't really retain lyrics very well. I retain melodies and stuff and kind of the flow of the music and stuff. But lyrics I don't do well with. Yeah. And everyone's singing along. I'm just sitting there bobbing my head like, I'm an idiot.
I like the music.
Guys, I'm having fun, too. I also, like, have fun. So, yeah. Welcome to the Wonder Boys podcast.
Welcome to the Wonder Boys podcast.
Yeah, I was like,
with our guest, Ben, would you like to introduce yourself? No, you wouldn't, because you bailed on us, you jackass.
He's like, hey, listen, I can only do it Sunday after church. I was like, texting him this morning, okay, so let's confirm a time. He's like, yeah, sorry, I can't do it. I gotta help my grams. I was like, you know what? That's probably the right thing to do.
You know what? That's great.
That's
great.
probably, I mean, yeah, keep a strong relationship with your grandparents. That's probably a good idea.
That's cool. So I'm sorry for calling you a dick.
Oh, I mean, like, he is a bit of a dick. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh, I mean, he is, though.
But he is.
So this week, we're guestless again. We're doing this kind of thing where we'll have a guest, we'll skip. We'll have a guest, we'll skip. So I think
let's say
that's the intended purpose of our,
guestlessness?
We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
I actually, this week, Lucas, I tried to, before I ask you how your week was, I tried to learn ukulele.
Oh, excellent. Oh,
but you can hear it's out of tune.
So out of tune.
Because I tried tuning it from a guy on YouTube video, and like doing it by ear from a guy on a YouTube video is a bad idea. So I'm going to have to go buy a tuner now. So I didn't really get anywhere.
You don't have to buy a tuner. You can do it by ear.
I tried. Were you not listening? Nope. I tried, and it was very difficult.
I wasn't listening at all. And I'm sorry.
So I'm trying to, really cool English, I don't know. His accent was not easy to identify. A guy teaching
me. Mate. I gotta throw some shrimp on the barbie.
It's like, pick one! So I tried to learn ukulele and could not do it.
Bummer, dude. Well, hopefully you get 7 more days here and you can
I'll be a pro. I mean, apparently there's only like 6 chords.
That's all you can do.
Really, because, I mean, there's only 4 strings.
So. And how many frets? 10 frets?
Like 10? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ones down here that are pretty much, I imagine, would be unusable, because apparently you have to... This is all visual, what I'm describing here. So, Lucas, how was your week?
Oh, it was a dandy. It felt like it took forever and it was so gloomy. It was just...
In terms of the rain and stuff?
Yeah, it felt like everyone I talked to everyone Thursday night and Friday night, it's like, oh man, how was your week going? How's your, like, worst week?
It was
the worst
terrible.
Week sucked. I was like, everybody's saying that. What was in common between all of us?
Right.
The gloomy ass weather.
That's fair.
So,
well, I mean... I mean, people always complain about it here, and then you're gonna get to the middle of July where it's 30 degrees, and people are like, it's so fucking hot outside. Like, come on, man.
Make up your goddamn mind.
Yeah, make up your mind. Pick one. I mean, it's just a first world thing, I guess.
Absolutely.
Which, I think we're gonna start honoring here on the Wonder Boys podcast.
On the Wonder Boys podcast.
Yeah. We'll get some first world problems out there for you. For us, I mean, us white guys, we struggle in life too. We've also got problems.
Of the first world variety.
Yep. And I mean, it is the firstest of the worlds because we're white males living in the first world. So, we'll maybe try and do something like that. But one thing that happened to me this week, I was applying for jobs all around town.
As you do.
And I went to this one place and went to drop the resume off. I asked this person at the front. I was like, hey, I saw there was a posting online for you're looking for people. So I just wanted to drop my resume off. Cover letter's there too, give me a call. Maybe could I speak to your manager? And one girl's like, yeah, I'll go get her. This woman comes out, and she hits me hard from the beginning, like, hi, who are you? Almost like accusing me, like, who are you and what are you doing here?
Who is Kaiser Soze?
Yeah, who is Kaiser Soze? It's like she really starts to interrogate me. She hits me with a ton of questions, like right off the bat. We're standing there out in the lobby of this restaurant, and she's like hit me with all these questions, and I'm like, holy shit, is this the interview? Like, is this happening right now?
This is it.
And then I made one joke, and she laughed like really hard, and it wasn't that funny of a joke. And I was like, "Who are you?"
But you're like, yes, play into my plan. Yeah.
But yeah, she was. You could tell she's a nice lady, but she's like she wants to separate the wheat from the chaff with people dropping off resumes. I could just tell right away. She's like, she's not ready to take anyone's shit right now.
No.
So that was a weird experience for me, just walking in. And that was on Friday. Did you guys have crazy wind on Friday?
Yeah. It was like swirly, really.
Yeah, I stepped out of the car at one point, and I walked maybe 50 feet to the front door of this place, walked in, and I saw my reflection in a mirror on the wall, and I looked like a wild man, because, like, my hair gets frizzy and the best of times, but, like, because of this wind, I turned into a Sasquatch person. It was everywhere. It was poking into my eyes, and it was crazy.
Classic Sasquatch people.
Classic Sasquatch
Classic.
people.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I had a pretty boring week.
Bummer. I guess we got nothing to talk about here. No, we come back to the interview thing, because we can talk about. I have a funny note. So, I mean, did you talk to her? Did she call you back by any chance?
Not yet. No, she said she had to confer with her colleague.
Oh, because okay. Well,
I mean, I've been applying for jobs a lot lately, and nowadays rejection letters aren't a thing. Rejection phone calls aren't a thing. Rejection emails are not a thing.
Silence.
It's so dumb.
The silent killers.
There's no courtesy anymore, and it's kind of annoying because you're like, did I get it? Is it a right time to call them and ask? Like, hey, you guys still looking for people? Or,
Yeah.
You know, it's weird. It's tough.
Well, it's the digital age of like.
Yeah, you can just dismiss anyone, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right? I think Louis C.K. does a bit about this, where send somebody a text, "Hey, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a long time."
Well, I'm not responding to that.
Oh, I had a situation like that earlier this week. Actually, someone asked me about my car, and I still haven't replied to him. So I should probably do that
You're
right
the
now.
fucking worst.
He was like, yeah, he's looking to buy the same car I have. And I was like, oh, yeah, I have that car. And then he's like, oh, so what do you think of it? And then I started typing a message, didn't finish it, and it's still sitting in my drafts on my phone. I saw it this morning. I was like, I should finish that.
So how about you just pull your phone out now? I'm joking. We had a guy come in because we were in an office, so it's not you can't really drop by and drop your resume off.
Yeah,
we had
yeah,
this
you
posting.
need to get allowed in, right?
Exactly, but we had this posting a few months ago now, I guess, for a junior position, and a guy came by the office to drop off his resume. I'm like, okay, so he's like, hi, I'm here. So I answered the doorbell or the phone for the door.
Yeah.
He's like, hi, my name's John. I'm here to drop off my resume. I was like, oh, do you have an appointment? No, I don't. But just here for that junior position that you guys advertised.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, okay. Well, come on up. I'll meet you at the door.
Cool.
So this is my first experience with this. I get to.
Yeah, it's never happened to you before?
No, so I guess he comes up the elevator, comes to the front door. John comes. He's like, hey, I'm John. I'm really excited to be here. And I'm like, hey, John, like, listen, we've had 80 applicants for this position. I'm going to take your resume and put it in the pile. I'm sorry, dude.
We don't have time right now.
I mean, I'm sure you're a great guy. He's like, I just wanted to make, like, an extra impression. Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's totally understandable.
Right.
Unfortunately, I'm not the person hiring you.
Yeah.
And the person who's hiring you doesn't have the time to come see
Yeah,
you.
they're really busy.
So, I know this sounds bad, but thanks for coming by.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
I feel bad you had to do that because I've been in situations where I've had to turn people away before.
Yeah.
I don't want to badmouth anyone, but in one of my previous positions, like I was at the time I was one of the only people in the building on that particular day, and someone came to the door and she's like, "Hi, I'm here for an interview with this person, with so and so," and I was like, "You sure? Like right now?" She's like, "Yeah, the appointment was 1 p.m." I was like, "Oh, okay," and it was like 5 or 10 to 1. I was like, "Okay, why don't you stick around for like 10 minutes because like they're not here yet, but maybe they'll show up for the interview, right?"
Fingers crossed.
That person never showed up, and I had to ask her to leave. Like, that was awful.
That's some Butch League.
It was bad.
Oh, man.
It was bad. So, I actually found out through a mutual friend that she got another job. So, she's good now. But this poor girl, like, came in, sat there, and then I had to, like, call the person who was supposed to be interviewing. They were like, I can't make it in, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, so I just asked her.
Well, maybe you should have told that person.
Yeah. So I had to turn them away. But good for John for actually, like, showing up at the door and dropping it off. Because
Yeah. I hope he got a position. I can guarantee he didn't get the position that we hired for.
Yeah, but a guy who goes like to a place, I mean, he's
Yeah.
probably going to get a job somewhere.
Exactly, showing initiative and good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
80
exactly.
applicants. Jeez, that's a lot. I suppose
Yeah.
you said junior, so it's probably entry level, right? So a lot of university.
Yeah, a
grads
lot
and-
of just. I mean, I think it was funny because we put up the same position 2 years ago, and it was just data analyst. And we got like 10.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Relative to the 80.
Yeah.
Oh.
As soon as you fire a junior, people are like, well, I gotta get in that because,
Right.
I mean...
Well, yeah, because a lot of people come out of university, they're like, oh, people are only going to hire me as a junior of whatever profession,
Yeah,
right? Junior
exactly.
data analyst. So they're reluctant to apply for a job that says data analyst.
Data analyst.
Like, for example, I've had times where it's like, hey, we're looking for this person. They need X amount of like years of experience doing this. I'm like, well, I don't have that, but I know for sure I can do the job, but I've still not applied for those jobs sometimes.
Right.
Because they say that. And it's like, it's intimidating.
Yeah, super intimidating.
And it's tough because you're like, oh, if I apply, are they going to think like this guy's just wasting our fucking time? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll like blacklist you forever or whatever. And, you know, there's always that creeping fear a little bit.
Well,
in the back of your mind.
hopefully they don't blacklist you, but yeah.
I don't know, man. Sometimes they don't email back.
She.
Yeah, so...
Oh, well.
Well, what was weird for me actually this week, I took a voiceover class, and it's a small class at a small school, and the class I'm in, the teacher said it's actually the least people they've had, the fewest people. I just correct my own grammar there. The fewest people they've had.
Because it's a total number. It's not like it's not an amount. Yeah.
God, that rule is so fucking hard to get.
So
right.
bad. I feel bad for ESL people. Anywho.
Yeah, there's 4 people in this class with me, so me and 3 other students. And one of the other students is also called Tim.
Tim.
Like, I don't have another Tim that I'm close with in my life.
Go on.
That I see regularly. And then I go to this class, and then there's 2 of us, and this other Tim says, I think you're the first Tim I've met, like, since elementary school. And I was like, I know, there's not a lot of us, right? Then why are the 2 of us here?
And why, with such biblical names,
Right.
are we not meeting more Tims?
Yeah, why are there not more Tims? But everyone knows a Tim.
It's true.
But it's only like 1. You only really know 1 or 2.
You only really know Tim Furness.
You know him. So you
Yeah.
know 2 Tims because
I
I'm
know
related to you. And the other Tim.
Yeah.
This guy's name's Tim. I shouldn't put his name out. His name's also
Too late.
Tim F. His name's also Tim F. So I'll cut that out.
Okay.
His name's also Tim F. And I thought, like, Tim F. Like, I know Lucas knows someone, Tim Furness. I've worked with this Tim Furness guy. It's like, is it this Tim Furness
Is it
guy?
Tim Furness?
I
Is he
showed
doing
up-
voice acting?
Yeah, I thought, like, well, I mean, it's not impossible.
No.
So I showed up, and no, it wasn't him.
Oh.
But yeah, this guy, he's had a very similar also like career path to me as well. He studied radio for 2 years, applied at the same school I didn't get in, so he went to a different school for 2 years, did that. He's working part-time at a radio station right now, and he's also going into voice acting. I was like, dude, are we like mirror images of each other? Because I've done almost exactly that. And our name happens to be Tim, both to be Tim. So.
Are you Tim from Earth 2?
Yeah, and he's only, I think, a year younger than me, so we're almost like lining up completely.
Well,
It's kind of freaky.
yeah.
I had another situation that was like equally as freaky, but it's like where you have a dream and then you relive that dream later, like when you're awake. I don't want to say alive. Deja vu. When you're alive.
I love when you're being alive.
I die every time I go to sleep. It's like when you have that deja vu and you're like, I have seen this before.
Yeah.
It was one of those weird feelings where it's like, what is happening? Why?
Just because.
Yeah. Anyways, that was another thing that happened in my apparently boring week. But wasn't that boring?
But it was kind of gloomy because
It was kind of gloomy. Yeah, it was. I mean, like real. It was gloomy.
We want to talk about dentists and orthodontists.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk about this last week because I had an appointment at a orthodontist. But we had such a great week with Alec last week, we forgot to get to it. What was I going to say about it? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so I went to an orthodontist, which is kind of like a dentist. Do you know the difference? Because I don't. I mean, one puts braces on you and the other doesn't.
The other one tells you to go get braces put
Yeah,
on.
and the other one tells you go get braces put on.
I feel like they're in cahoots.
Yeah, it's a pyramid scheme. And I was.
I don't think you understand what pyramid schemes are. But
I
continue.
just realized I was thinking about that after I said it. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
But whatever, we'll move past
Insider
it. We'll move
trading.
past it.
Insider trading. No, maybe that doesn't work.
I
either.
don't. Who cares? Keep going.
Sorry, I gotta get the story. But yeah, I had to go to the orthodontist because I had this wire on the back of my bottom front teeth that keeps them straight, and I broke one of the little things off, and the wire snapped in half. So I was like, shit, I gotta go get this fixed. And I go to the guy, and he's like, hey, we can remove it and then just give you a plastic one to wear at night instead, or we can put a new wire on. So it's like, just give me the plastic one.
Give me the wire.
Give me the wire. Good show. I just give me the plastic one. He's like, all right. So he grinds that fucking, they call it cement.
Yeah,
That
because
glue
literally
that they-
it's cement.
Yeah, that glue that they put on the wire with, and he grinds it, and it's the most awful. If you've ever had braces.
Yeah, well, imagine it's like, for those of you with headphones on, it's like...
Yeah, it's like someone is literally drilling inside your head.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
I don't know, you can't even, like... Like, it's the worst.
And the craziest thing was, at one point, afterwards, he was checking to see, like, everything was good. And he's asking me questions when he's got that little fucking mirror thing in my mouth. And I was like, dude, it's not just dentists, it's orthodontists too. They always have to talk to you. And like, so, well, first, like, it was even when he was first checking it out. He's like, so Tim, what do you do now? I saw you graduated high school. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, they always talk to you and they expect an answer when they're depressing your tongue.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to say, ow.
It's not like rhetorical questions.
Struggle.
Yeah. Or it's not a statement by him. It is an actual question.
No.
It needs an answer.
It needs human interaction.
And hygienists do it too. And I'm just like, what is this part of your training? Like, do they tell you to
Third year
do
UBC, they're like, and in today's class, we're going to be covering how to be the most annoying person on the planet.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like some distraction technique, so then you don't realize that they're actually cutting your gums open or whatever they're doing. I don't know. But
It's like, well, when a doctor's about to, like, induce pain, he's like, 3, 2, oh,
yeah,
God damn it!
He goes right on the first number
Yeah,
instead of the
exactly.
last one. Yeah, it's like, you blindsiding son of a bitch.
I got a funny story about that when I went to go give blood tests the week before.
Right.
Get blood tests done. And the lady is like tapping my arm. She taps my arm. And then she's like, alcohol or water? I'm like, what? And she's like rubbing alcohol on my skin. I was like, so it wouldn't have mattered what I said. You were rubbing alcohol regardless.
Yeah.
It's like, it's
just a formality.
so she's like, whatever, alcohol, what's going on there? She's like, some people don't like alcohol. I'm like, well, I didn't really have the choice.
Why wouldn't
at
they
the
like
time.
alcohol? It's better at killing.
It's like it
germs.
irritates their skin or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Or like they're allergic to it.
Or I guess so. I don't know. Yeah, for me, it didn't do anything. But
Yeah.
but
I was thinking,
even
like,
if
why
I was allergic to it, it would have been like, well, it's too late.
Yeah, I was thinking like, why would someone not want that? But yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, these questions, like, where there was one time I think I was working at McDonald's. It had to be McDonald's because, like, I was going through this order with this guy, and I was like at the end of a shift. I was tired. I was just irritated, and like, he goes and he orders something, and I'm like, yeah, you want that with fries and a Coke, right? Like, really annoyingly, I said that, like, you want this, and he's like, no, I was hoping to get the side salad and a Sprite. I was like, oh, fuck, fine. But it was like, it was that assumed, like, why are you breaking the mold, you son of a bitch?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'd even, when people wouldn't specify, I wouldn't even bother asking. I'd end up giving them Coke. This was before they put those self-serve things out there.
Yeah.
I'd give them the Coke, and they're like, I don't want a Coke. I'm like, well, why didn't you fucking say so, you son of a bitch?
I've been here for 7 hours and 47 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I have 13 minutes left to fuck your shit up.
Yeah, and typically, like, in high school, I would work the weekend 6 a.m. shift. So it was like just before 2 p.m., like when I'm about to leave. And I'm like, I've been up since 5 a.m., bitch. Like, I've been here dealing with people since early this morning.
I'm a little on edge.
I'm a little on edge. And not the good kind, like you two. I'm the real, like, on edge. Yeah, stop playing. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, that actually reminds me of something. This, I saw this little, was it Viceland or Vice Channel?
Yeah, Vice? Yeah, they do a bunch of this stuff.
Does that
It's like
make
one
sense?
company.
Is that a thing?
They do like journalistic stuff.
I watched a small feature they had on Jack White. And
Oh, yeah.
the reason I kind of segued, I'm not as good with the segues with this. The reason I segued was because they did this kind of documentary with him, The Edge, and Jimmy, what's
Page?
his face? Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
And I was going to say Jimi Hendrix. I was like, that makes no sense. And Jack White actually owns his own record pressing company.
Cool.
And he, like, I watched this thing, and he presses, apparently they press up to 8,000 records a day manually, like 8 dudes just like pressing things daily.
That sucks.
Because it's making a resurgence now, apparently, for a lot of people. A lot of people are buying vinyl, which makes sense because I was in London Drugs not too long ago, and I was seeing copies of, like, pretty brand new albums. Like, the newest Coldplay album was in there.
Yeah.
Along with classics like Dark Side of the Moon or Fleetwood Mac's Rumors.
Yeah.
There was a lot of new shit on there. Like, I even saw a Kanye West album in vinyl. I was like, are these, like, is everyone going for this now? Is everyone going for the vinyl?
My roommate has a bunch of vinyl, and he has a Kendrick Lamar vinyl.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like,
Wow.
Kendrick Lamar made a vinyl cut.
Yeah, he's only been around recently, so so it's becoming this huge thing now. And I actually followed up on a few other articles based on this little video short I saw, and there's a lot of one of the comment threads was people saying like, yeah, it's great that people are buying vinyl, but a lot of people are using those shitty like portable turntables where it doesn't support the record properly, so it warps the thing. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of these audiophiles like losing their shit, like I fucking hate that, man. I just can't deal with it. I was like, okay, you're just getting bent out of shape about it.
Can you just relax?
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
but yeah, if Viceland, good documentary things.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff. They do a lot of not hip, like the word I'm looking for is trending, like stories. They'll
Topics,
find they'll find a topic exactly that's very trendy and it's going to get them a bunch of hits, and they'll do a really good. It's not that they don't do good stuff. It's that their topics are generally based on things that are currently
that would interest
hot.
an internet audience.
Exactly.
I would say is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I watched one where they did. It was a documentary on independent gold miners in South Africa. It's like just these dudes,
right,
who literally go out there on their own, like into mines that have previously been abandoned, and they go and try and like so they're unstable, like they could collapse at any moment because they're not maintained in any way, and they go in there and they go for looking for gold, like remnants of gold, and it's like they sometimes just don't get anything for weeks, and like they're living in the lowest of poverty because they only get one nugget every 3 weeks, and the nugget's only worth like $100 US dollars or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh shit, okay,
yeah,
it's a pretty brutal lifestyle. But the documentary was really good. Vice,
great documentaries. Online mediums are coming out. I'm trying to do a segue here.
I was like, oh, where's he going with this?
Online mediums. I mean, have you ever heard of a thing called blockchain?
No,
me neither. That's the Internet of Things, man. It's a new style of currency exchange. So
blockchain,
blockchain, as in a block, as in a Lego block, and chain, as in somebody chained to a door.
Okay.
I don't know why they had to be chained to a door.
Chaining to a radiator in the basement. This seems to be a favorite on this podcast.
Yeah, we don't even have radiators or basements
or basements. No.
It's kind of like the next step after PayPal. PayPal now has the possibility to add a profile photo. This is one of the topics.
That was the segue. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was updating my PayPal account the other day.
Yeah.
Because I recently used it to pay for a class, and I was like, I need to update some information, like an email address and phone number and stuff, just in case I need to recover something or whatever. And I go onto this new profile page they got, and you can add a profile photo. You can add like I don't know, interests and shit. I'm like, what is PayPal trying to do? Like, just let me buy shit securely, okay?
What data mining techniques are you looking into?
What would Elon Musk think?
What would he think?
What would he think? I just thought it was weird that a payment service needs a profile picture. It didn't make sense.
Well, and then your note here is like, Elon Musk may be a Bond villain.
Oh yeah, okay. That was another thing I've started to realize. All these steps where he's like, we could totally go to Mars, right? We could totally go. And he's like really passionate about it. And he's like, if you guys don't help me go, I'll just do it myself, okay? I'll just do it myself. It's like he's showing classic supervillain vibes. He's got this multinational car company. He's running a space agency.
That's more profitable than Ford last year.
Yeah, he earned his fortune as a internet millionaire or whatever. Mm-hmm. The guy is like, he is becoming a supervillain, like for real.
Dr. Evil.
Except he's good?
Yeah, but they're all good in their minds.
Yeah, in their minds they're good.
All
That's true.
Good.
That's true, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's increasingly becoming more and more. It's like, we're gonna need like a superhero to save us from this guy. Like, one day he's gonna be like, well, if you guys won't help me, then I'll just take over everything and we'll do it my way. And then, yeah.
Speaking of taking over stuff, segue. We should stop pointing them out and just let them happen.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. My segue, taking over the world. Kim Jong-un was pissed off that America bombed Syria after Syria bombed Syria. So that's just funny.
Oh my God. I heard this thing on Reddit the other day that North Korea rates itself as number 2 happiest country in the world after China. And I was like,
No, but that came out by
does
the
that
independent press of North Korea.
Yeah.
So that's like totally independent.
Then why are they naming themselves number 2 and not number 1? Like, how does that happen?
Because that's too suspicious.
That's too suspicious.
And they really like China.
They probably like want to be buds with China.
China.
Oh God.
No,
No,
yeah,
but
I saw that too. That was really funny. Being number 2. Why not number 1? Because number 1's too conspicuous.
Yeah, it's too conspicuous. We don't want to make it look like we're rigging everything. That was really funny. I didn't understand that at all. And with the Syria thing, like, talk about shitty situations, man. Like, they're bombing their own people with chemical weapons, and now the U.S. is getting involved. It's like, I feel like we're watching the start of World War III.
It's already happened 20 years ago, and we didn't realize.
Like,
it.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, there's been a couple of reports now that what we heard about Syria bombing themselves wasn't right. Like, people have...
Oh, it was manufactured, like...
That idea of gassing their own people was another sort of insinuator, like, just to get the U.S. to act.
Oh, yeah, they wanted to, like, draw them into the conflict.
Exactly, just to probe. Or the U.S. said it again. Another if you want to put if you really want to put your tinfoil hat on,
it's time.
It was that the U.S. orchestrated the gassing to blame it on Syria, so that they would be justified in launching 20 Tomahawk or whatever the missiles were then.
It was like 50 of them.
It was a large amount of Tomahawk missiles,
and they were worth like $90 million in total. Like, holy shit.
Weapons before you explode.
Right?
Literally. Those weapons are really expensive.
And they just blew them up. Like, you could use that $90 million to, I don't know, build a new school or something. No, let's blow up a random airbase that isn't even, like, unoperational now. It's still operational, the airbase. Like, they're still using the runways, because, I mean, all they did was bomb the fuel tanks. But, like, fuck, they can truck fuel in, man.
I know. And it was funny because talking about that, I was watching Last Week Tonight by John Oliver. He's talking about when they came out with that healthcare, the new American Affordable Health Care.
Oh yeah, what was it called? The American Healthcare Act or something? Or?
ACA instead of the Affordable American. It's like, the Affordable. I can't remember, but it was like the original one by Obama was like AACA, and then this one they're just like AHCA.
It's totally different. Not the same.
Yeah, it's like the Affordable Care Act, and then they're like the Affordable Health Care Act. They're different.
They're totally not the same.
And then you see Sean Spicer talking about it. He's like, this is theirs. It's like a pile of paper. It's a big pile of paper. This is what they came up with. And then he shows a smaller pile of paper and like, this is what we've done. And we're like, everyone in the review, like, you can see, like, what's his point? What's he
what are you trying to get at, bro?
What are you getting at?
None of us get it.
And he's like, we have produced something that is so refined and so well done, it comes out in less pieces of paper.
I'm like, how does that work?
Did you use a smaller font? Were the margins bigger? Like, what the fuck were you doing to make that?
Yeah, you cheated on your essay in high school.
And then there's another clip of, all we know, it's like, of Donald Trump saying, healthcare is a difficult subject. Donald, if there's anything everybody can agree with, healthcare is difficult.
Yeah, it's like you're not the first one to say this, man.
It's hard to figure that out.
Fuck.
Why? It's so funny. And then, you have this guy. I don't know how... Like, SNL is going to be in such good business for the next 4 years.
Them and everyone else who just gets to make fun of this shit every day. Like, Sean Spicer, like... The guy is unhinged. Like, he has
a bunch of cocaine in the side.
Like, do you remember what he did in the first day of Trump's presidency? He, like, walked out and he starts accusing people of shit. Like, no, shut up! Like, that stuff on SNL wasn't even fabricated. That's just what he did. Like, he drove a Segway. No, he didn't actually. But, like, he's, like, the whole administration's so volatile.
Oh, I know.
It's weird, man.
It's funny. But, I even forgot to bring up Canada. We had an announcement last week. I think it was the week before. I meant to mention it, but that Canada will announce its plan for legalizing marijuana on 20th of April.
Oh, this next year, right?
This year, yeah. So they're going to do it by next year, the legalization process, but they're going to announce their plan on the 20th of April this year.
Nice. It's like next week or...
Yeah.
What is that?
So it's 420. Hashtag blaze it.
Hashtag 420 blaze it.
And... So they're going to do that, and then by July of next year, it should be fully legal across Canada.
Damn.
So that's huge for the economy because that takes all of that. Well, not all, because there's still going to be a black market for it, obviously.
Yeah. Because, black people. Sorry, that may have come across the wrong way.
And Hispanics.
And Hispanics. Minorities.
No, because there's
Katie
always
Nikita, please still come on the show.
because there's a black market for cigarettes, and those have been legal since the dawn of time. So
Well, then what kind of cigarette would they be? Like foreign cigarettes or
I
what?
don't fucking know. I'm not on the
no,
black
they probably
market.
sell to underage people. That's why.
Exactly. That's what I
that
mean.
makes sense.
That's what I mean. So even with regulation, but I mean, you look at Colorado, you look at Washington, people that have had legalized marijuana for a while.
They made a lot of they paid for a lot of shit.
made a lot of money. Yeah, made a lot of money. It's just like gambling. They make the lottery legal. People gamble.
Yeah.
And we make a bunch of money.
And money works itself out. And, I mean, if the entirety of Canada legalizes it, you'll have Americans coming up from states like North Dakota and Montana and Utah and shit. And, of course, over on the west side.
Yep.
Like, they'll be coming up for the weeds, yo.
They already come up for the booze, yo, because they can drink at 18 and 19.
Oh, that's true. Instead
Canada.
of 21.
Instead of the dumbest fucking 21.
I was talking to Dad the other day. He said he was talking about someone he saw at a bar one, and she got ID'd, and he's like, "Oh, I mean, it's weird because she looked like she was over 25." I was like, "What?" He's like, 25. I was like, "You know, the drinking age is 21 in the U.S." He's like, 21? Oh yeah, that sounds right. But he thought it was 25. And I was like,
oh yeah, that's
bad mouthing him, and he's going to hear this later this week.
Love
you, Dad. Love you.
You're a silly dad. Yeah, and I think it's great, and I don't have any other opinions. We're going to go to a new topic.
Segue.
People hate new things just because they're different to what they remember. Specifically talking about remakes. So some things are better. So Dread was better than the original.
Oh, right. Okay, this I wrote like just before I went to bed one night at like 1 a.m.
This is like shower thoughts, but like the Twilight thoughts.
Yeah, it was like 15 minutes into laying in bed, and I just crossed my head, and I was like, and I got up and like wrote this note on my phone, and I can't remember what I was getting at. But yeah, there's a lot of people who would like come out with, for example, I mean, this is a bad example, but the recent Power Rangers movie came out. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard anything about it.
Me
it
neither.
could be good. It could be bad. But people are hating it because like, I don't know, man. It's Power Rangers. Blah, blah, it's Power Rangers. But yeah, for example, a lot of people just hate shit because it's new. Like,
Yeah. Exactly. They just hate it. They're like, well, Beauty and the Beast are redoing it, and there's a character that's gay, and that's like against my values.
Yeah, that kind of thing exactly is what I'm talking about.
God.
Or yeah, it's exactly that kind of stuff where they're just like, well, it used to be better back when. I was like, oh, what? Back when polio was still around and everyone was dying?
You know,
like,
that was great too, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, like, we live in probably the best time in human history
Yeah.
for first world people.
Of course.
Not for Syrians or anything.
Sorry,
but,
Syria and North Korea.
But overall, I think people are doing pretty well.
Yeah, that's like a pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Like World War III is going to break out any day soon, and the end of the world's around the corner with climate change. But fuck it,
but we can stream movies in seconds on Netflix now.
in 1080p.
In 1080p or 4K if your TV can do it.
Let's get our tinfoil hats back on. Maybe Netflix was designed to keep us happy
It's
and
going to keep us dumb,
satiated.
man.
It's going to keep us dumb.
It's keeping us dumb.
With all the sweet documentaries that are eye-opening on there.
Dude,
Fuck.
do not even try to get into conspiracy theories because it will suck you in. I used to work with a guy who was really into it, and sometimes he'd talk to me about it. Like, he wouldn't talk to you. He'd lecture you about it. And be like, you know, I read this 800-page book once about this thing.
I read this 800-book page. What the fuck?
Yeah, and he explains, like, and he starts making these really good points about, like, 9/11 conspiracy theories or the fact that the banks are orchestrating everything and blah, blah, the crisis was actually manufactured, and you're like, oh my god, he's making some really good points, and you're like, you start to get sucked in. You're like, oh no, it's like happening to me, and you start turning into a tinfoil hat wearer, and you're like, I can feel myself going over to his side.
It's like that point in Mortal Kombat where you've just been beat so long and your guy is wavering, and then the announcer says, finish him.
Yeah. And if he makes that one final point, you're like, I'm totally in. 9/11 was an inside job.
Jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly. And it's like, once you cross that line, you can never go back. That kind of thing. And it's like,
man.
just, yeah, if you're ever thinking about it, like, oh, I think maybe, like, reading into this thing, maybe it has. Don't, because you will become a theorist. You will be convinced of it.
That's our Wonder Boys Note of wisdom.
Yeah.
Nugget of wisdom for the week.
Yeah, you will become a conspiracy theorist if you look into it.
If you look into anything, fuck
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Tornadoes aren't real, man. The U.S. government uses helicarriers to create tornadoes.
Wait, no, seriously, that's actually
Dude, that's a pretty sweet one. I made that up on the spot.
that's pretty sweet. Shield exists.
Dude, yes. I mean, how would we know? It's a cloaked, like, flying machine. We would never even see it.
We don't even know.
It wouldn't be on the radars because they've got special radar scramblers.
Raybar?
Radar.
Bruh.
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't doubt it.
Oh, yeah.
You got to watch if you want to get into. I watched Food Inc. again recently. Have you ever seen that? They
No.
showed it to us in high school because it came out in 2000.
Oh, is that about how they treat chickens and cows and...
No, it's like how there's 4 corporations that basically own.
Oh, like Monsanto and stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
own the food production in the United
Yeah.
States.
Yeah, that was a big thing when I was living in Regina. Yeah, I know I bring it up a lot. But I was talking to this conspiracy theorist guy. This is the guy I worked with. I was talking to him. I mean, he's the coolest guy ever. But he's got some pretty cool, like, pretty intense theories. And one of them was, I mean, it's not even a theory. It's happening. Monsanto buying up a bunch of private farms.
Right.
And like, really, like, the quality of shit just going way down because it's just, like, mass production for them.
Yeah.
Like, if someone doesn't know Monsanto, like, they're food producers. They own, like,
Well, they started as
buttload of farms and stuff.
So Monsanto used to be a chemical research company, and what they did
Oh,
was,
right, yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, carry on.
they created a soybean that was immune to drought and all this. Like, they genetically modified the soybean, which was absolutely incredible. Like, you could shoot it with a gun and it would survive.
It would still grow.
Let's assume.
Like a marvel of science.
Exactly. So what they did was they sold it to all these farmers, and what they did was, because this is a new concept, was because they had created this new thing, they got a patent on it. Like, this is Monsanto's intellectual property, essentially. We created this soybean that is immune to all kinds of good shit and pesticides and all of this stuff. And so what we're going to do is we're going to patent it. And as part of that patent, if you buy our seed, you can't, because of the way the patent works is...
Yeah, the way it was worded.
Yeah, if I, as a farmer, buy those seeds, and at the end of the year, I grow a bunch of soybean plants, right? And then I take a certain number of those soybean plants. This is the practice beforehand, was I would take my soybean plants, I would take the best ones, and I would keep the seeds from those soybean plants, and I wouldn't harvest them. I'd just replant those, right? So that's how you get year after year yields, is you get your soybeans create their own seeds, and then the soybean plant creates their own seeds, so you plant and replant, and that's how the cycle goes. But with Monsanto, what they could do was, with their patent, was if farmers took the seeds from the soybean plants that Monsanto had grown, essentially, that had been grown by Monsanto beans, they were violating the patent because they were, without purchasing those seeds from Monsanto, again, they were violating the patent because they were using something that was technically Monsanto's. So that's where it got fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Because they essentially owned every year's yield of soybeans.
Yeah.
So when you own something as quintessential like that, it's like owning water.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a thing.
Shouldn't be. No one company or person should own water.
Yeah, it's like, you can't say the U.S. owns the moon because they got a fucking flag there.
No.
It makes no sense.
No, exactly. They don't own the moon. They have a controlling interest in the moon.
They have like a couple rocks.
But they don't own the moon. So that's where Monsanto got, and they got a bad name for that, and hence GMOs got a bad name for that. And I actually came across a video last week.
Yeah.
It was talking about why GMOs aren't necessarily bad.
I don't think they're as bad as people say. I mean, weren't what was it, pineapples? Weren't they?
They're genetically modified.
Yeah,
yep.
they're genetically modified.
Yep.
And they
Bananas.
like tasted like shit before they genetically modified them.
And they were so acidic they would actually burn the inside of your
Yeah,
mouth.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you had any more points?
No, so there's a good video. I will put it as part of our website post.
Yes, it'll be on wonderboys.ca.
On wonderboys.ca about GMOs and why they're not necessarily bad.
Cool, yeah, because that's exactly what the guy explained to me when I was over there. Because Saskatchewan's such a big farming province, and he was saying this shit was happening to people across Saskatchewan, and because they had to keep buying seeds every fucking year from Monsanto, they eventually like ran out of money because they just couldn't afford to buy shit.
It's too expensive, yeah.
Because it was too expensive. And then guess who buys up the farm when they decide to sell is Monsanto.
Because they have all the money.
Yeah, because they have all the money. So, Yeah, it was funny how, and I was like, this isn't a conspiracy theory. This is like real shit. Man.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like some conspiracy theories are good because they actually generate, like Viceland will go after a conspiracy theory.
Right.
And they'll be like, this is hot on the internet. Let's find out if GMOs are bad. And then they'll build up. But so in that story, like GMOs are not bad. The company that owns a patent on a GMO is bad.
Gave it a bad name.
Yeah, gave it a bad name.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you can invent a fucking plant that doesn't need water, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, it's not natural. It's like, yeah, well, man flying is not fucking natural.
But we do it all the time.
We do it all the time. Yeah.
Cool stat on that is apparently there's at any one point, so now.
Right now.
There's almost, I think, what did Dad say? He's like 750 million people.
Millions of people,
Yeah,
right?
in the sky at one point.
Just flying.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, something like 1 million planes in the air.
Yeah.
At any one time.
At any one point.
And it's like, holy shit, that's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
But considering like 100 years ago, I mean, air travel, I mean, maybe not 100, maybe let's say like 90, 80 years ago, air travel was super expensive, and people were still weary of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, you're telling me that I have to get in a thing where there's things spinning very fast. I can't really see them. The propellers are going real fast. And then we go forwards, and then I'm in the air.
Yeah, and like you're not touching anything attached to the ground. Like at least with sailing, it's like, well, there's water, and then there's a lot of water, and then there's the seaboard, like the bottom of the sea. So yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, like air travel, holy balls, that's a lot of fucking planes, man.
I'd love to be there for the Wright brothers discussion about what they're like, dude, listen. Okay, so I've got, look, what we're going to do.
Like
no, I know this sounds crazy.
They're at the bar or the inn one night.
Yeah, they've had a couple of drinks.
Dude, like, listen to this. Listen to this.
We're going to strap these long wooden things. We're going to strap them together. And then we're going to move them forwards really fast. And we're going to fly.
Fuck yes.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Oh my god.
Because that could have ended so much bad.
That could have ended, like, they could have gone off the end of a cliff. Just
didn't do the math. Yeah.
Oh, well, that was good. I mean, we'll try and get a guest next week.
Yeah.
For sure.
No, we'll have, so I actually got a text message while we were talking. I was going to mention Dirty Mike and the Boys next week. So I'll organize that to get
musical guests.
Get a musical local Ladner kids onto the podcast next week. So you'll be able to tune in.
Will they be able to maybe do a song for us? Or?
Possibly. We might have to go else. We might have to go mobile.
Oh yeah,
for
well,
the
that's
podcast, fine. But
that's fine. That's really cool. I'm excited now.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So tune in next week for Dirty Mike and the Boys.
You're right.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for listening this time, Tim. You can outro us.
Well, you can find that GMO article that Lucas was talking about. We're going to put that on the website, wonderboys.ca.
Wonderboys.
I was going to say www, but no one does that anymore. No. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Find us at WonderboysCast. We're all over the place.
Yep.
And please share with your friends.
Tell your friends.
If you want to be on the podcast, you have something cool you want to talk about, or even not. I've asked a lot of people, and they say, well, I'm not interesting. Yeah, you're interesting. Everyone's interesting. Everyone's got something going on. They just don't know it.
And it's awesome to hear your own voice while you're talking.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's kind of weird at first, but you get used to it.
And then you love it.
Yeah.
And then when you change your vocal pitch, you're like, wow, that's what I sound like.
Holy shit. I'm practicing my Scooby-Doo. Reggie.
Nice job.
Yeah. Thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Reggie. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that contour, the hood call it Luda-yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down, like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving, tight like a million virgins. Last time on a Khaled remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts. Accountants count me in. Make millions every year. The South's champion. Cause all I do,